This
Goes Bates, head of the key. Straight on three. Got it!
is Carson-Newman men's basketball on the Eagle Sports Network.
Clark one-on-one on the break, and he jams it down with two hands.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative, Domino's, the Carson-Newman Chick-fil-A, by ShopCNEagles.com, by the Cape Insurance Agency, the Eagle Club, the Bible Insurance Agency, by Coke Zero, the Tennessee National Guard, by Magaha Electric, InterDigital, and by Lisa's Country Kitchen. Now here's the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
We welcome you back courtside to Home Fieldhouse, where Carson-Newman and Lincoln Memorial are set to do battle for a 209th time in school history. Rail Splitters, winners of 5 consecutive in this series. They lead the all-time ledger 106 to 102. Let's go ahead and get you squared away with the starting fives in this one. First, for the visitors from Harrogate, Lincoln Memorial lines up like this. It is a 3-guard, 2-forward lineup. The guards all can shoot it and shoot it effectively. Alex Dowling is a 6'3", 180-pound sophomore out of Cincinnati, Ohio. 44% from 3. He went 5 of 9 from distance in the first meeting this year. 8.8 points, 1.8 rebounds a game. He's joined in the backcourt by Anthony Brown, 6'1", 160-pound junior out of Clearmont, Florida. 60% from the field for Brown, 12.4 points, 6.2 boards a game. Third guard in the lineup is a freshman out of Chesterfield, Virginia, Cameron Henry, staying 6'5", 195 pounds, 10.2 points, 5.7 rebounds a game for Cameron Henry. And then the forwards, Cameron Calhoun. He's averaging 13.1 points per game, 6.1 boards per contest, a 6'5 junior out of Suwanee, Georgia, by way of North Gwinnett High School. Calhoun, in the absence of Cornelius Taylor of late for Lincoln Memorial, has led LMU in scoring in 5 straight games. Final starter for the Rail Splitters, Rondi Hackett, 6'7", 220-pound junior out of Greenwood, South Carolina. LMU coached by Josh Schertz, assisted by Omar Watad, Jeremiah Samara Pappas, and Jay Reed. Carson-Newman trots out a brand spanking new starting 5. It looks like this for the Eagles. Blake Irvin is 1 guard, making his 4th consecutive start. 6'4", 195-pound sophomore, transfer out of Roane State. 4.1 points, 1.8 rebounds a game for Irvin, coming off of his first career double-digit scoring effort. He's joined in the backcourt by Grant Teichman. 15.8 points for Teichman, but a 1 of 12 shooting effort in the loss Saturday to Wingate. Mason Bates in the starting lineup after 3 games out of it due to injury. Bates, a 6'4" senior out of Cookeville, Tennessee. Malik Abraham back in the starting 5 for the first time since the Catawba game here in Holt back on January 5th. And Parker Rollet rounds out the starting 5. Rollet making his 3rd start of the season. Pristine home whites for the Eagles. White tops, white shorts, orange numbers trimmed in blue on the front and back of the jerseys with a double orange stripe up the sides. Royal blue road jerseys for Lincoln Memorial. White numbers trimmed in gray on the front and back with 2 white stripes surrounding a gray stripe up the side of the jerseys. It's Hackett versus Rollet for the jump. Blake Harris is our head official today. He lobs the ball into the air. It's knocked by Hackett into the backcourt, and LMU controls, moving right to left to bid for a 6th consecutive win against Carson-Newman here today. Eagles start out man-to-man against the Rail Splitters. Anthony Brown runs the show right wing for LMU, goes to the head of the key, slips it right corner, Henry. Into the high post, Calhoun right elbow. Muscles his way down to the left block, twisting in on Mason Bates man-to-man. Back out between the rings with 5 to shoot. Left wing, Brown cutting the line, pumps, lobs one up with the left hand, and it rattles in. Tough off-balance leaner for Anthony Brown. He gets it to drop, and LMU's up 2-0 to start this contest. Eagles move it left to right. High-low action for Parker Rollet. Pass broken up by Rondi Hackett, but he yanked down Rollet's left wrist. Good find by Blake Harris. And Hackett picks up his first personal and the team's first. So the Eagles get the ball out of bounds. Trigger into Bates in the left corner, who backs it out to the left wing for Grant Teichman. Teichman picked up by Cam Calhoun man-to-man. Rail Splitters play pretty much exclusively man-to-man. Head of the key, Bates, a long range two. Missed it from 17, strong off the heel. Long rebound to the foul line, Brown. LMU in transition. Left wing, Cam Henry a three. Back iron strong. Calhoun an offensive board. Gets into Park Rollet and gets his shot rejected. Rollet takes it away. Down low for the Eagles. Cian moves it left to right. Irvin down low to Bates left block. Reverse layup. That's rejected. Rollet gets it back. He tries to stick it up. Hackett thwarts that one. And Darling comes out of the fray with a basketball for LMU. 2-0 Splitters lead. A minute 20 in. Head of the key. Brown's chest pass to the right wing for Darling. A bounce down to the right baseline. Calhoun backs it out to the right wing for Brown, who's right around a Calhoun screen and swings it back to Darling right wing. Heaves up a three. Barely draws iron. Teichman the board right baseline for the Eagles. Cian moves it left to right. Eagles down by 2, a minute 40 in. Cian started 0 of 2 from the floor. Both shots have been blocked. High-low action to Rollet right block. Working on Hackett into the lane. Rollet shot up. He's blocked by Hackett, but Hackett got him with the body. No, check that. They will say jump ball. Possession stays with Carson-Newman. So a firm block by Rondi Hackett, the third of the game for the Rail Splitters on the third shot attempt for Carson-Newman. So the Eagles triggered in. Over to the left wing, Grant Teichman. Teichman. Right around a Rollet screen, head of the key. Teichman skips it, right corner, Blake Irvin, fadeaway three, snaps the cords. Eagles in front, 3-2, 17:50 to play, first half. LMU brings it front court. Head of the key, Brown. Down to the right wing, feeds it to the top of the key for Rondi Hackett. Hackett fades for three, bending, got it to go. Rondi Hackett, 2 of 5 from 3 all year. He drops that one in. And the Splitters surge back on top, 5-3, with 17:27 to play first half. A steal at the head of the key for Cam Henry on the other end. Henry races coast to coast and thunders it down with the right hand. 7-3, Splitters by 4, 17-17 to play first half. Eagles move it left to right. Bates at the top of the key. Picked up man-to-man by Henry. Around to the right wing, Irvin. Irvin drives right baseline on Darling. Twirls, pivots, passes right elbow Rollet. Around to the left wing, Teichman. Back down low to Bates left block. Working inside on Henry. Spin move right hand hook shot. Trickles around the rim, falls off left side into Henry's hands for the Splitters. LMU running. Brown into the lane. Out of control, lost the handle on it, but gets it back left corner, and the Splitters reset. Brown. Left wing. Chest pass to Darling left corner. Back around the perimeter it goes against the Eagles man-to-man. Brown into the paint, working on Bates. Backs it out, Darling top of the key. Darling between the legs, dribble around to Henry right wing. Henry, a behind-the-back dribble on Teichman. Spinning, fading, right elbow, jumper from 15. Bends off left side, no good. Calhoun an offensive board. His tip back won't fall. Bates grabs the rebound, saves it to Rollet, and the Eagles work it left to right, down by 4. A lot of hustle out of the Eagles, but not a lot of payoff on the offensive end. They're 1 of 5. Blake Irvin lost his defender, shoots a 3 left wing, missed it off the front iron. Nearly a highlight reel play if he'd snapped it. Henry the board, LMU in transition. Left corner 3, Darling off the mark, front of the rim. Irvin the rebound, right baseline. Nice to see LMU missing shots for a change. They're 3 of 10 to start this game. Eagles not much better though, 1 of 6. Rail Splitters by 4, 4:08 into the contest. Eagles bring it front court. Irvin head of the key with 13 to shoot. Dribbles around to the left wing, looks inside, a bounce to Rollet left block. Rollet into the paint, tosses up a shot with 2 hands, redirected by Hackett, and Henry comes away with the rebound for the Splitters. LMU front court. Henry loses it right wing. It's punched out of bounds by Malik Abraham and stays with Lincoln Memorial. Cian hasn't scored in 2:20. Lincoln Memorial has missed 4 straight shots, and there's a slow feel to this one here in the early going. 15:33 to play first half. LMU 7, Carson-Newman 3. Back to hold after these messages. This is the Eagle Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
At the Kate Insurance Agency, our focus is you. The Kate Insurance Agency offers personalized protection plans to cover your auto, home, business, or life and health. At Kate Insurance, our goal is to partner with you in determining your insurance needs and to provide the best customer service. At Kate Insurance, we believe that loyalty is a quality that is earned. You are important to us. Call 865-475-3391 for a quote today or visit kateinsuranceagency.com.
15:33 to play first half. First 4 minutes and 27 seconds belongs to Lincoln Memorial, up 7-3. And both teams struggling offensively. Rail Splitters 3 of 10. Eagles 1 of 7 from the field to open this one up. Eagle fans, AEC is your Touchstone Energy Cooperative. Service you can trust and value you can depend on. Powering Mossy Creek for AEC. Member-owned and service-driven. Coleman, Abraham, Clayton, Teichman, Anderson on the floor for Carson-Newman. Lincoln Memorial trots out Calhoun, Brown, Hackett, McCauley, and Cornelius Taylor. Calhoun with it left baseline, dribbles down to the left block, shot up on Coleman. Coleman redirects it and grabs the rebound down low for the Eagles. Cian pushes left to right. Anderson down to the right block, stops, pivots, passes Coleman right wing. Brendan Coleman working man-to-man on Calhoun. Goes head of the key to Anderson, dumps down low to Clayton right block. Give and go with Teichman down the right side of the lane. Teichman looking to back it out, does so to the right wing. Coleman with 10 to shoot. Coleman slips it into the right corner for Teichman. Lobs it down to Clayton right block, 6 to shoot. Clayton fades over top of his defender and shorts the 8-foot fadeaway over top of Hackett. Rail Splitters the rebound, bringing it front court. Taylor, step back three, head of the key, knocks it down. Cornelius Taylor feeling that shot. He snaps a 2:30 scoring drought for the Splitters and puts them up by 7. Biggest lead of the day for LMU. 10-3 with 14:35 to play first half. Eagles bring it front court. Teichman down to the right block. Misses a tough shot over top of Hackett. Cam Calhoun picks up the board, and the Rail Splitters look to extend an 8-0 run this possession. CN, no points in the last 3.5 minutes. Brown at the foul line. Shovel pass, left wing. McCauley hoists up a 3 and knocks it down. An 11-0 run for Lincoln Memorial. Back-to-back triples, and Chuck Benson calls for time. Just like that, the bulge is 10 for LMU. 13-3 Splitters with 14:15 to play in the first half as Benson calls for time. An 11-0 run in the drop of the hat for Lincoln Memorial. Started 1 of 7 from the floor. Started 3 of 10 from the floor, but the Splitters have made 3 of their last 4 shots. Hey, Eagle fans, Domino's is the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. When you're hungry, reach for Domino's. Get a large one-topping pizza for $4.99 with your Carson-Newman ID. Domino's, it's the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Cian has made just 1 shot. It was a Blake Irvin 3. 2 minutes and 1 second into this contest. Since then, the Eagles scoreless. And the Rail Splitters have rattled off an 11-0 run to take a double-digit lead. Nearly 6 minutes in. Eagles in dire need of a bucket on this possession. Teichman finds Coleman at the free throw line. Swings it around to the right wing for Reese Anderson. Back to Teichman, head of the key. Teichman, man-to-man on Cornelius Taylor. Looks inside. Drops it off for Clayton, left block. Clayton, right-hand dribbles into the lane. And a whistle and a foul called on the Rail Splitters, Cavassier McCauley. First on the freshman out of Indianapolis. Second on the Rail Splitters. And the shot clock resets to 20. And the Eagles get the ball out of bounds to the left of the basket. Teichman gets it into Coleman, left corner. Around to Anderson at the head of the key. Anderson, right-hand dribbles to the right wing. Looks left and into the high post for Clayton. Clayton, overhand pass to Teichman, left wing. Back to Clayton, left point. Clayton heaves up a 3 and swirls that one in. All of Carson-Newman's points have come from beyond the arc. Irvin a 3, Clayton a 3, and Cian's down by 7, 13-6, with 13:30 to play in the first half. LMU gets it onto the offensive end. Cam Calhoun, left wing. A bounce pass left baseline is picked off by Brendan Coleman. Eagles look to further work their way into this LMU lead after the Splitters went on an 11-0 run. Teichman, left wing, fires inside Clayton, left block. Pass across the paint to Coleman left block. Turn and shoot left-hand hook shot won't drop off the heel. Taylor the rebound for the Rail Splitters, and LMU brings it front court. McCauley to the rim. Can't get the bunny to go. Rebound punched out to the left corner. Cam Henry. Rounded left wing. Taylor a three. Off the mark left of the 10. Clayton rises to rip down the rebound for the Eagles, and Cian moves it left to right down by 7. Clayton another three head of the key. Strong off the heel. McCauley rises to yank down the rebound at the foul line for LMU. Cian one of its last 8 from the floor, trailing by 7 with 12:40 to play first half. LMU gets it front court. Rail Splitters 3 of 7 from long range, 5 of 15 from the floor. Brown around to the right point for McCauley. Back to Brown left point with 10 to shoot. Backdoor lob for Calhoun, blown dead by a hold on Malik Abraham. Not a bad foul by Malik. Knew that he was beat and gets whistled for his first and the Eagles first. Shot clock resets to 20. And the Splitters inbound from the left baseline. Into Cam Calhoun left wing. Hand off to Brown, cutting in the paint. Gets to the 10, has his shot erased off the backboard by Chris Clayton. Abraham the rebound in the middle of the lane, and the Eagles bring it left to right. Trailing 13-6. Clayton, left block. Power move up, goes to the 10 and gets fouled. Good strong move by Chris Clayton to go among the trees and draw a personal on Cam Henry. His first, the team's third. 12-12 to play first half, 13-6. Lincoln Memorial leads. Eagles just 2 of 12 from the field. They are 0 of 8 inside the three-point stripe, 2 of 4 from beyond it. LMU, its fair share of struggles from the field, 5 of 16 and 3 of 7 as Clayton knocks down the first free throw. 13-7, Eagles down by 6. 12-12 to play first half. One more free throw for Chris Clayton. Right hand dribbles, slight bend in the knees, floats the free throw up and in. Chris Clayton has 5 points to lead all scorers as he checks out for Parker Olay. Eagles down by 10 just 2 minutes ago. They've cut the lead in half, 13-8. Rail Splitters up with 12:10 to play in the opening stanza. Lincoln Memorial onto the offensive end. Julius Brown into the game for the first time, runs the point at the head of the key. Jitterbugging man-to-man against Malik Abraham. Brown slips it right corner, McCauley. McCauley, hop step into the lane, goes glass with the left hand, missed it. Rebound ping-pongs around, it's on the floor. Teichman saves it over to the left corner where Coleman picks it up for the Eagles. Coleman into the front court. Chest pass over to the right corner for Anderson, who gets it between the rings to Teichman to set up the half-court set with the Eagles down by 5. Little 5-0 flurry for Carson-Newman. Can they keep it up on the offensive end? High-low action. Coleman to Rollet down low. Rollet lays it in with the right hand off the glass. Nice feed for Brendan Coleman. Parker Rollet's first points. It's a 7-0 run for CN, and the Eagles are down by 3. 13-10, LMU the lead, 11:20 to play first half. Rail Splitters get it front court. Cornelius Taylor, right wing, gets it to Henry, head of the key. A drive at Ish, left corner, threes up for McCauley, airballed it. Rebound pings into the right corner where Hackett tries to save it in. He didn't touch it. And it stays with LMU. And that brings us to a break in the action. 11:08 to play first half. That timeout for Chuck Benson worked wonders. Eagles were down 13-3. Since then, a 7-0 spurt. And CN's within a triple. 13-10, Splitters up. We're back to hold after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long. From the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
I'd rather be golfing. Floating in a pool doesn't sound too bad. I'm grilling. I'd even rather change a flat tire. These are all things I would rather be doing right now than blowing insulation into my attic. But hey, I'm almost finished, and it'll help me save money on my electric bill. Money for my next round of golf. Save energy and money at togetherwesave.com.
Savings for Eagle fans just like you from AEC, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
11:08 to play first half. A 13-10 lead for Lincoln Memorial over Carson-Newman in a first half just bereft of offense. Rail Splitters 5 of 18 from the floor. Eagles are 3 of 13. And LMU up 13-10, although the Splitters haven't scored in 3:13. In the interim, Cian on a 7-0 run to cut into what was once a 10-point Lincoln Memorial advantage. Rail Splitters with 5 to get a shot off. Bounce pass to Hackett running down the middle of the lane, and Hackett jams it down with the left hand. On top of Blake Irvin, 15-10. That halts LMU's scoring drought at 3:20. Andy Hackett with 5 points now, and the Splitters up by 5. Eagles with it front court. Bates at the foul line. Handoff to Abraham, head of the key. Back to Bates, right wing. Open for a 3. He takes it and makes it. Mason Bates rattles one in. He's got his first points. And Cian's down by 2. 15-13 with 10:34 to play first half. Rail Splitters into the half court. Josh Schertz out to the strike to signal in a play. Taylor on top of the jump circle, working on Reese Anderson. Taylor over to the right wing, dribbles into the paint. A whistle and a foul. Reaching called on Reese Anderson. First on him, second on the Eagles. The Cade Insurance Agency is one of the oldest and most experienced insurance agencies in the Lakeway region. Visit CadeInsuranceAgency.com or call 865-475-3391 for a quote today. That's CadeInsuranceAgency.com and 865-475-3391. Rail Splitters get it in, ahead by 2 with 10:20 to play first half. Dowling, right wing, bounces to the right baseline. Hackett, no-look pass into the paint. Cornelius Taylor off his hips and out of bounds. LMU's second turnover gives it back to Carson-Newman, who's had good ball security, just 1 turnover for the Eagles, but Cian just 4 of 14 from the field. Bigger issue, Cian just 1 of 9 inside the three-point stripe. They're 3 for 5 from beyond it. Eagles on the offensive end. Bates right corner. Catch and shoot threes up. Off the mark, back iron. Rebound ping-pongs around off 5 sets of hands. And Hackett comes away with it right elbow for LMU. Rail Splitters front court. Taylor knifing down the middle of the lane. Teardrop up from 10. Falls off the front iron into Parker Olay's mitts. And Cian moves it left to right. A 3 would give Carson-Newman its second lead of the day. Anderson left wing. Goes to the high post, Rolay, high-low action to Bates, right block. Bates back out to Irvin, head of the key. Dowling picks up him man-to-man. Back to Anderson, left corner. And to the free throw line, Bates. Bates spinning, right block, right-hand hook shot, off the window, nothing else. Rolay the board. He goes up with 2 hands and gets fouled. Eagles put a second personal on Rondi Hackett, 4th on LMU. And Parker Rolay free throws with a chance to tie this one up. If you came here for offense, you're left wanting. Rail Splitters 6 of 20 from the field. Eagles 4 of 16. Both teams shooting 30% or worse as Rolay buries the first free throw to bring Cian within 1. 9:26 to play first half. 15-14. LMU by a point. Rail Splitters caught fire on an 11-0 run. Then Cian countered with a 7-0 spurt, and Rolay a free throw away from tying it up. He won't. Rolls off the right side, and Cam Henry grabs the rebound for Lincoln Memorial. Rail Splitters onto the offensive end. Brown, top of the key. Goes to the left wing for Julius Brown. Back to Anthony Brown, head of the key. Chest pass to Julius Brown, right point. Finds Cam Henry, right corner, 3 on the way, and he knocks it down. Bates had the high hand there, but Cam Henry, a fine 3-point shooter, 41% for the year. He's got 5, and the Splitters are back on top by 4. 18-14 with 8:54 to play first half. Eagles get it onto the offensive end. Anderson, right wing. High-low action to Bates, right block. Give and go with Anderson to the 10. Anderson, right-hand finger rolls deflected. Ball batted around on the board, and Parker Rolay with the harm gets the hack fighting for the rebound. Rolay's first, team's third. Rolay exits to get a breather in place of Chris Clayton. 8:45 to play first half. 18-14, Rail Splitters by 4. They've led for the majority. Cian had a 1-point lead for all of 20 seconds. 2 lead changes in this one. 4-point game for the Rail Splitters as Anthony Brown brings it across the timeline. Gets it into the left corner for a Julius Brown 3. Left it long off to the right. Irvin the rebound. Cian pushing tempo front court. Irvin, right wing. Gets it to Teichman at the left point. Dowling picks him up man-to-man. Teichman finds Clayton head of the key. Clayton straight on 3. Buries the tray. Chris Clayton leads all scorers with 8 points. Cian's down 1. 18-17 with 8:07 to play first half. LMU onto the offensive end. Julius Brown over to Anthony Brown, right point. Bounce pass to Cam Calhoun, head of the key. Round to the left wing, Julius Brown. Brown spinning to the foul line. Backs it out to Henry, left wing. 10 to shoot. And the Rail Splitters lose it out of bounds. Pass to the baseline, tossed away. Rail Splitters turn it over for a third time, and that brings us to a break of the action. 7:51 to play first half. Lincoln Memorial 18, Carson-Newman 17. Eagles hanging with the second-place team in the South Atlantic Conference standings. CFC can close the first half with a flourish. We're back to hold after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
We select our insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with us, you can count on receiving fast, courteous, and professional service and quality protection through Auto Owners Insurance. For a no-problem approach for your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, ask us about the No Problem Company, Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency at 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown, serving the Lakeway area's insurance needs since 1931.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
7:51 to play in the first half. Lincoln Memorial jumped out to a 10-point lead with an 11-0 run. Since then, over the last 7 minutes and change, the Eagles have outscored the Splitters 14-5. Carson-Newman basketball out of the break. Eagles looking for their second lead of the day, down by 1 right now. Anderson, left wing with it for the Eagles. Finds Teichman head of the key. Teichman, right hand dribbles over to the right wing, skips it to Anderson, left wing. Anderson, right hand dribbles to the foul line, all the way down to the right baseline. Anderson, a shovel out to Irvin, right wing. Irvin attacks the rim, backs it out to Anderson, top of the key. A drive, a dish. Coleman, left corner. Wide open three. Left it short. Clayton taps the rebound over to the left baseline, but Calhoun collects it for Lincoln Memorial, and the Rail Splitters look to extend a 1-point lead. Darling, left wing. Wide open. Drains a three. And Darling comes up lame after he landed up from making the three, and the officials call for time. Darling grimacing, clutching his right leg. 21-17 Rail Splitters with 7:10 to play in the first half. And the Eagles get the ball out of bounds directly in front of Lincoln Memorial's bench. Anderson, Coleman, Teichman, Irvin, and Clayton for Carson-Newman. Taylor, the two Browns, Calhoun, and Henry for the Rail Splitters. Reese Anderson, left wing. It's Teichman, top of the key. A drive, a dish to Anderson, left wing. 13 to shoot. Anderson, high-low action for Clayton. That's intercepted by Cam Henry. 2-on-2 break. Calhoun down the left side of the lane. Fouled hard by Reese Anderson. Reese Anderson got ball, but got a ton of body, too. So it's a second personal on Anderson and a fourth on the Eagles. Josh Hurts confirming that Blake Harris called a foul on that play. I'm not entirely certain what Schertz is on about there. Made it very apparent that there was a foul, and yes, there was. The inbounds comes to Cam Henry out at the timeline for Lincoln Memorial. 21-17, Rail Splitters by 4 with 6:44 to play first half. Calhoun down the middle of the lane, misses the bunny, grabs his own rebound, passes out head of the key, and the shot clock reset when it didn't need to. They put 16 on the shot clock. And the Splitters will inbound to the left of the basket. Taylor, the two Browns, Calhoun, and Henry. Julius and Anthony unrelated, just for the record. Cornelius Taylor, right of the lane, right-hand scoop shot, won't go. Rebound, ping-pongs around. Brendan Coleman pulls it in on the left side of the lane for the Eagles, and CM brings it front court, trailing by 4, 6:20 to play first half. Clayton left block, back to the basket, sends it out to the right wing, Irvin. An underhand pass to Abraham, right point. Down inside to Clayton, middle of lane. Turns, right-hand hook shot, drops it in over top of Cam Henry. Nice moves for Chris Clayton. He's into double figures for the third time in his career, 3 of 5 from the field, leading all scorers, and the Eagles are down by 2. 21-19, 6 minutes to play first half. Splitters front court. Henry right of the lane, works past Coleman, and flicks one in off the glass from 6 feet out. 23-19, Splitters by 4, 5:50 to play first half. Eagles with it front court. Teichman between the rings for CN. Left around a Clayton screen to the left elbow. Backs it out Clayton, head of the key. Straight on 3. Bending off the front iron, no good. Calhoun grabs the board, right block for LMU. Rail Splitters bring it front court. Taylor into the lane. Off balance runner with the left hand goes. Firm moves for Cornelius Taylor. He's got 5. Rail Splitters are up by 6. 25-19 with 5:25 to play first half. Eagles get it front court. Irvin, left wing, finds Clayton left of the lane, drops it off for the left block, Brennan Coleman. Back to the basket, spins left, and dumps it off of his left knee and out of bounds. Eagles turn it over for a third time. Both teams have controlled the ball well. Just 6 turnovers combined, 3 apiece for the Eagles and Splitters. The Rail Splitters 10 of 27 from the field. Eagles are 6 of 21. Neither team shooting better than 40%. The first half bereft of offense. Rail Splitters bring it front court. Taylor, left wing, working on Abraham. Crossover move, down to the left block, shot up, rejected by Abraham. Rebound ping-pongs around, and it's touched out of bounds by Cornelius Taylor on the left baseline. Block party in here for Carson-Newman. 5th block of the game for the Eagles. Sheehan takes over, down by 6, 5 minutes to play, first half. Eagles go to the right wing for Malik Abraham. High hand there from Anthony Brown. Abraham fires inside, right block Coleman, backs it out to Teichman, head of the key. Teichman right around a Coleman screen, dishes out Abraham right wing for a 3. Abraham can't connect, off the left of the rim. Henry the board, right baseline for LMU. Rail Splitters in transition. The foul line, Taylor spinning around, whistle, foul. Mason Bates. Chuck Benson thought that Cornelius Taylor traveled first and slapped the scorer's table in frustration. First on Bates, 5th on the Eagles. 4:34 to play first half, 25-19, LMU with a 6-point lead. Ugly basketball here inside of Holt. Or really good defensive basketball, depending on how you want to look at it. LMU, good ball movement, generates an open 3 from the left wing, and Julius Brown converts. Brown, a 35% shooter from long range, knocked that one down wide open, and the Splitters have stretched the lead to 9, slowly but surely, with a 7-0 run over the last 90 seconds. 28-19, LMU with 4:13 to play first half. Eagles get it front court, in need of a bucket here. Seeing needs an answer point. Coleman, does he have one? Right point 3, badly missed off to the left. Abraham scraps for an offensive rebound. Eagles second chance. Abraham, fall away 3, left corner. Drano! Malik Abraham has his first points of the period. And Seehan's within 6, 28-22, with 3:50 to play first half. Great hustle play by Abraham to battle for the board and generate the second chance points for the Eagles. LMU with it front court. Cam Calhoun, right elbow, bounce pass right corner, out of bounds. LMU's 4th turnover gives the ball back to the Eagles. 3:40 to play first half. Lincoln Memorial 28, Carson-Newman 22. We're back to Holt after this. This is the Eagles Sports Network.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
My name is Cadet Amber Calvillo. I'm in the 278th in the Army National Guard, and I currently go to Carson-Newman. I joined the Tennessee Army National Guard for the experience mainly, so I can say that I'm a part of something totally bigger than myself.
Text 278-ACR to 70000 to join the Tennessee Army National Guard.
.340 to play first half. Lincoln Memorial leads Carson-Newman 28-22. Eagle fans, a friendly reminder that Lisa's Country Kitchen serves the best home-cooked meals that the Lakeway region has to offer. Lisa's Country Kitchen, it's the official restaurant of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Head there, get yourself a Michael Watrang, and order 3 double orders of French toast and 2 omelets. It's Lisa's Country Kitchen. Eagle basketball out of the break, down by 6. 3:27 to play first half. Teichman on the left side of the paint for the Eagles, kicks it to Bates out of the key. Pump fakes a 3, fires inside roll, right block, turns right, and flips in a shot with the right hand off the window over top of Xavier Bledson. CN down by 4. They've scored 5 straight after trailing by 9. 28-24 Splitters up with 3:07 to play first half. LMU with it front court. Taylor head of the key. Stops left point and feeds Julius Brown. Back to Taylor right point, 10 to shoot. Taylor resets, mismatch there. Parker Olay's guarding him man-to-man after a switch on a short screen. Julius Brown down the right side of the lane. Can't hit a runner with the right hand. Off the window, front iron. Irvin the board for the Eagles. CN on the hop. Irvin down the right side of the lane. Uses the window. Shot won't drop, but a whistle and a foul. And it wouldn't have mattered if the shot dropped. Blake Irvin pulverized Cornelius Taylor and is called for the charge. Irvin with his first, 6th on the Eagles. 2:43 to play first half, 28-24. Lincoln Memorial the lead. Splitters have led for all but 20 seconds in this one. Bring it front court. Anthony Brown gets the 10. Left-hand leaner won't go. Bates taps the rebound to the head of the key. Grabbed by Teichman. Sends it up to Abraham. Running down the right side of the lane. Abraham with a 2-hand flush. Lincoln Memorial's 7-0 run countered by a 7-0 CN spurt. And the Eagles are within 2. 28-26 with 2:15 to play first half. LMU brings it front court. Head of the key, Xavier Bledson at the foul line. Down to the right block, gets into roll A. Flips up a shot with the right hand, gets it to drop off the window. Counted and 1. Nice take by Xavier Bledson, and he puts a second personal on Parker Olay. 7th on the Eagles. That halts Carson-Newman's 7-0 run. Been a half of runs. 11-0 LMU, 7-0 CN. 7-0 LMU, 7-0 CN. That 7-0 Carson-Newman run, you could also look at it as a 14-5 spurt. But been back and forth, and both teams just hasn't been crisp basketball offensively. I think some of that you have to credit to both the Eagles and Rail Splitters defense, both tight man-to-mans, bothering teams. And now Bledson at the line, the and 1 free throws in. So Xavier Bledson gets his first points. And the Splitters push the lead back to 5, 31-26 with 2:04 to play first half. Eagles with it front court. Bates, right wing. Dribbles on Calhoun to the right baseline. Shovel pass out to Clayton, but it's deflected and taken away by Bledson. Bledson up the left sideline. Gets to the left wing, gets into the paint, backs it out to Henry between the rings, and LMU sets up in the half court. Bledson down the right side of the lane. Leans into Coleman. Rebound grabbed on the floor by Calhoun, left baseline. And Calhoun, I think, got a timeout off. Confirm that. Officiating crew, yeah, it's a timeout, but they want to know whether LMU wants a 30 or a full. 30-second timeout. And Splitters maintain control of the basketball with 15 to get a shot off. 31-26, LMU the lead with 96 seconds left in the first half. Back and forth we've gone. LMU led by 10 early after an 11-0 run. Chuck Vinson called for time, stopped the bleeding. Eagles went on a 14-5 spurt to get within 1, and then since then it's been the teams exchanging 7-0 runs. That's where we are right now, 31-26 Splitters with 96 seconds left in the first half. Basketball has a new tradition. Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. It's real Coca-Cola taste with 0 sugar and 0 calories. So when it's game time, make sure you grab some ice-cold Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. Coca-Cola, taste the feeling. Rail Splitters, trigger in left corner. Cornelius Taylor, fall-away 3. Strong off the right iron. Bates the board, left elbow for the Eagles, and CM moves it left to right, down by 5. Teichman into Clayton, left block. Clayton works his way into the lane, dribbled the ball between his wickets, and Henry stole it. 2-on-3 break. Taylor down the right side of the lane, fouled hard by Grant Teichman, and prevents an easy fast break bucket, although he does foul a guy in Cornelius Taylor, who knocks down 82% of his free throws. Teichman's first, 8th on the Eagles. And a pair of freebies here for Cornelius Taylor. Taylor dinged up in the Rail Splitters' 13-point road loss to Catawba. Sat out 3 games, returned in the Splitters' blowout win Saturday against Coker. Clearly healthy. It's Taylor rattles the first free throw in and out. So at best he can make it a 6-point game. Carson-Newman looking to halt a 5-game skid to Lincoln Memorial. 5-game winning streak for the Rail Splitters matches the longest in series history. 89 through 91, the Splitters ran 5 in a row from Carson-Newman. Taylor's second free throw's in. It's a 6-point game. 32-26 Lincoln Memorial with 75 seconds left in the first half. Eagles get the ball front court. Irvin, right wing. Hounded by Calhoun on the perimeter. Irvin stops, lobs to Clayton right block, and Clayton shoved from behind. A foul on Xavier Bledson. It's a first on Bledson, a 5th on the Splitters. And LMU still a couple of fouls to give. Eagles will inbound from the right of their basket. Irvin triggers into Coleman right wing. Gives to Teichman on the right wing. Back to Coleman, head of the key. As CN searches around the perimeter against this tight man-to-man defense for the Splitters. Eagles get it to Teichman around a double screen left of the lane, and he flicks it in off the glass. Teichman's second shot attempt, his first points. Abraham the feed. 32-28 Splitters, and LMU turns it over. Julius Brown tried to save one in on the left baseline, and Blake Irvin picked off the pass. Eagles bring it front court. If they go quick, they can go 2 for 1, down by 4, 35 seconds left first half. Coleman, left block. Working on Brown, pivoting, passing, and it's deflected by Bledson, taken away by Calhoun. Bounce pass to Bledson running down the right side of the lane, and he shoves it in off the window. 5 for Xavier Bledson, lead back to 6 for LMU. 7 turnovers in the half now for the Eagles, 4 in the last 5 minutes. 34-28 LMU, 12 seconds to play first half. Eagles on the offensive end. Teichman down the right side of the lane on Brown. Gets to the cup and gets fouled. LMU very nonplussed with the call there, but it's the right one. Julius Brown got him with the body shove. Cam Henry was stomping and incensed. He got the block clean. Yes, the block was clean, but the body contact wasn't. And Teichman heads to the line for 2 free throws. 5.1 seconds left. Teichman trying to make this a 4-point game at the line. First free throw, rainbows up and rattles in. 34-29, Splitters by 5. Eagles trying to make it a 4-point game. Teichman's second free throw. Short off the front iron. Bledson the board. 3 seconds left. LMU into the front court. Bledson, 3 at the top. The head of the key is airballed. I think Teichman got a piece of it. And that's how the first half comes to a close. So a first half that did not feature the best offense in the world, but both Carson-Newman and Lincoln Memorial playing really nice man-to-man defense that is bothering one another. CN actually outshoots LMU at the halftime break, 37% to 36.1%. Right now the difference, LMU just getting more shots off. Rail Splitters attempted 9 more shots than Carson-Newman, made 3 more. And head into the locker room with a 34-29 lead. Back courtside at Holt Fieldhouse, Adam Cavalier, happy to have you along on the Eagles Sports Network. John King running the show back inside of network control. Halftime at Holt, and Lincoln Memorial leads the Eagles 34-29. Rail Splitters taking aim at a 6th straight win over Carson-Newman and a sweep of the season series. Rail Splitters have never won 6 consecutive against Carson-Newman in the 209 game history between these two sides. Before we get the second half started, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Eagles Sports Network. Carson-Newman will be looking for a better second half performance than they've had in recent memory. The past 5 contests, with the exception of a game against Newberry, the Eagles haven't shot better than 40% from the field after halftime. In that game against Newberry, CN lost a double-digit lead because of how hot the Wolves were. CN will look to pick up business, down 34-29 to LMU at the start of the second half, and the Rail Splitters open up the second stanza with the ball. Henry, a bounce pass along the baseline for LMU, bounces on the end line and goes out of bounds to Carson-Newman. Eagles work it right to left, down by 5, 19:47 to play in the second half. Bates at the foul line for the Eagles. Bates, chest pass into the right corner, Malik Abraham. Abraham around to the left corner, Blake Irvin. Bounce pass, Bates, left block, feeds Rollet, cutting in the middle of lane. Spin move, left-hand layup, won't go off the window. Cam Calhoun the rebound for Lincoln Memorial. Splitters with it front court. Calhoun backs it out to the right wing for Cam Henry. Back around to the right wing for Anthony Brown. Brown feeds Henry top of the key. Behind the back dribble on Teichman, spinning into the lane, shot up with 2 hands, strong off the heel. Rebound free right of the paint. Bates shoves it out to Abraham on the right side of the lane. And CN brings it front court, moving right to left. Rollet left block, turns, right-hand hook shot. That's blocked by Hackett. Rollet got his own rebound. Second chance, won't fall. Calhoun the board, his 8th for the Splitters. And the Rail Splitters get it front court and travel. Alex Dowling walks on the right wing, and CN gets the basketball back. Eagles move it right to left, down by 5 with 18:45 to play in the second half. Rollet, top of the key, around the Teichman left wing, right around the Rollet screen. Give and go with Rollet down the left side of the lane. Rollet spinning, shooting now with the right hand, and he knocks it down from 6 feet out over top of the SAC logo. Eagles pull within 3, 34-31 with 18:27 to play in the second half. Rail Splitters onto the offensive end. Left wing, Brown fires up a 3, rattles in and out, no good. Irvin the board, and the Eagles bring it right to left. Irvin looks to Teichman at the top of the key. A 3 would give Carson-Newman the 3rd tie of this game. Teichman right around the Rollet screen to the right wing. Lobs down low to Bates right block. Turns, right hand shot. Drops in over top of Cam Henry. Mason Bates has 5 points, and the Eagles are within a point. CN has scored all 4 points of the second half. Eagles within 1, 34-33 with 17:50 to play in the second stanza. LMU onto the offensive end. Right wing Dowling shoves it into the paint. Calhoun dishes out left corner. And a near double dribble by Cam Henry. Gathers it back in. Rail Splitters reset with 10 to shoot. Calhoun left of the lane. And a handoff to Brown. Coasting to the cup. Can't hit. Whistle foul. And a hard break for Carson-Newman. Parker Rollet called for a foul after Brown went past him. I really think Brown just lost his footing when he hit the deck. Granted, I didn't have the best angle. The officials call a foul, and it's a 3rd personal on Rollet. A 1st on the Eagles, and 2 free throws for Anthony Brown. 34-33. Rail Splitters by a point with 17:31 to play in the second half. Brown, first free throws up and in. Back to a 2-point game as Rollet exits for Chris Clayton. One more free throw for Anthony Brown. Floats it up and in. 36-33, Rail Splitters by a triple. 17:30 to play second half. Irvin, Clayton, Teichman, Bates, and Abraham on the floor for the Eagles as CN brings it front court. Teichman, left wing. Goes to Clayton at the left point. Clayton heaves up a 3, off the mark to the right iron. Henry slaps down the rebound for the Splitters, and LMU gets in transition. CN back on defense as Brown dribbles it off of Calhoun's foot. Rail Splitters settle in. Calhoun, right baseline, or left baseline. Facing the rim, skips it into the right corner. Touch pass, Henry right wing, wide open 3. Halfway down and out, Bates the board. Right baseline for CN. LMU has started 0 for 3 from the field in the second half. Eagles with it front court. Bates, left wing, extra pass, left corner, Teichman, wide open 3. Bullseye! Grant Teichman has 6 points. We're deadlocked at 36. Third tie of the game with 16:35 to play in the second half. Rail Splitters onto the offensive end. A 7-2 opening to the second half for Carson-Newman. Calhoun hop-stepping into the lane and fouled on the floor. Got a body bump from Mason Bates. Second personal on Bates, second on the Eagles. Shot clock resets to 20. And LMU gets the ball out of bounds to the right of the basket. Cavassier McCauley, Cornelius Taylor back into the game, replacing Anthony Brown and Cam Henry. Eagles 3 for 6 from the field to open up the second half. Inbounds comes to the right wing for Rondi Hackett. Handoff Taylor on the perimeter. Down to the right wing, Calhoun. Bounce pass Hackett right baseline. Back to the basket on Clayton. Hackett draws a double team. Lost it. The ball just flips into Cornelius Taylor's arms, left block, and he has an uncontested layup. Taylor good from 2 feet out. He's got 8 points. And the Rail Splitters are up by 2. Eagles the other way. Abraham connects on a 3 from the left wing. And the Eagles are in front for the second time tonight. 39-38 CN, 15:50 to play in the second half. The Eagles have started 4 for 7 from the field in the second stanza. LMU brings it front court. Taylor, left wing. Gets around the screen to the head of the key, moves back to the left wing. Drops it off right elbow for Hackett. Back to the basket, now spins into the lane. Left-hand hook shot over Clayton, falls in off the front of the rim. 40-39, Lincoln Memorial retakes the lead with 15:25 to play in the second half. Eagles with it front court. Bates, right wing. Nothing there inside, calls for Chris Clayton to come out, and Clayton sets a screen. Bates moves left around it to the foul line, shoots from 15 and left it well short off the front iron. Hackett the rebound, LMU flies up the floor. Taylor around to the right wing for McCauley. Goes to Hackett, top of the key, and a handoff Dahling, left wing. Irvin sticks to him like glue. Baseball pass from Dahling, head of the key for McCauley. Drives inside, gets his first shot blocked. McCauley follows through, though, and lays it in from point-blank range. So after the Eagles took a 1-point lead, Lincoln Memorial has back-to-back scoring possessions, and the Rail Splitters are up by 3. 42-39 with 14:40 to play in the second half. Eagles with it front court. Clayton, right block, back to the basket on Hackett. Muscles inside, turns right-hand hook shot off the window, too strong. Hackett yanks down the board over top of the sack logo for LMU, and the Splitters bring it front court, looking for a third straight scoring possession to extend a 3-point lead. Head of the key, Taylor jacks up a 3 and knocks it down with a high hand there from Malik Abraham. Eagles defended it well. Taylor with the rise and fire, and it's a 7-0 run for LMU to stretch the lead to 6, and Chuck Benson calls for time. 45-39, Lincoln Memorial with a 6-point lead, and we step aside for a break. 14-11 to play second half. LMU 45, Carson-Newman 39. Back to Holt after these messages. This is the Eagle Sports Network.
Best tailgate? It's gotta be burgers. And an ice cold Coke.
Real football y pollo asado.
Hoops and wings. And subs.
Nah, hot dog.
No, Dodger dog.
I'll drink to that. Pass me a Coke. It's gotta be crawfish. Mac and cheese.
No. 7-layer dip. Ribs. No contest.
Hummus.
What?
You need a hot grill.
And an ice cold Coke.
Of course.
Football and Coke. Come on.
It's got to be Coke.
Game day? Race day.
Calls for Coke.
You know it.
It's Tailgate 101.
At the Cade Insurance Agency, our focus is you. The Cade Insurance Agency offers personalized protection plans to cover your auto, home, business, or life and health. At Cade Insurance, our goal is to partner with you in determining your insurance needs and to provide the best customer service. At Cade Insurance, we believe that loyalty is a quality that is earned. You are important to us. Call 865-475-3391 for a quote today, or visit CadeInsuranceAgency.com.
14-11 to play in the second half. It's a 45-39 lead for Lincoln Memorial over Carson-Newman. Hey, Eagle fans, check out Carson-Newman Athletics' official online store at ShopCNEagles.com. ShopCNEagles.com features more than 1,100 products, from T-shirts and polos to phone skins and pet collars. ShopCNEagles.com. It's the official online store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Sealing basketball out of the break. Coleman has it head of the key around to Abraham, right wing. Abraham pass to Coleman at the top of the key is deflected. Coleman gathers it in. Swings it around to the left wing for Teichman. LMU stays man-to-man. Abraham right wing. Catch and shoot three. Front iron, no. Rebound tipped up by Irvin, but taken by Hackett on the left wing for LMU. Rail Splitters have made 4 of their last 5 shots. They're on a 7-0 run and up by 6 after the Eagles grabbed a 1-point lead. Taylor to the cup. Off-balance runner won't go down. Rebound poked around, and Teichman grabs it for the Eagles. Left elbow. Up the floor to Abraham. Drives, dishes Teichman. Left wing. Catch and shoot three. Front iron, no. Anderson had position down low, and Rondi Hackett gets called for over the back. Shirts nonplussed with the call. A nice right foot stamp and protestation as Hackett picks up his third and the team's first. And that brings us to another break in the action. 13:29 to play in the second half. LMU 45, Eagles 39. Splitters still on that 7-0 run. Eagles haven't scored in 2.5 minutes. Back to hold after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long. From the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Well, Carson-Newman started this half 4 of 7 from the field. Since then, they've missed 4 straight shots. The Eagles 2.5 minutes without a field goal. Seaton's got the ball down by 6 with 13:27 to play in the second half. Teichman top of the key, drops it off for Anderson left wing. Anderson looks inside, instead backs it up to Irvin right wing. Irvin cuts down the left side of the lane, shovels it off to Anderson, twirling left block, right hand leaner, drops in off the heel. That puts a halt to the Rail Splitters 7-0 run, pulls Carson-Newman within 4. 45-41 with 13:04 to play second half. Rail Splitters with it front court. Dolling right corner. It's the right elbow for Calhoun, shovels it off to the right wing for Julius Brown. Rail Splitters reset, 12 to shoot. Brown down the right side of the lane, lost it off of his hip, gets it into the right corner for Dolling. Dolling 7-6, circles out right point, long 3, buries it from NBA range. Alex Dolling 2 for 4 from distance. He's got 6, and he stuck that one over top of Brendan Coleman, who was draped all over him. 48-41, Splitters by 7. With 12:30 to play second half, a 10-2 Lincoln Memorial run. Eagles with it front court. Teichman left of the lane, skips out Irvin right wing. Dolling stays on him high-handed. 9 to shoot. Irvin looking for space, 7-6. Irvin to the foul line, drives, fades from 15, airballed it. Anderson the tip, it won't drop, whistle, foul. Reese Anderson slid to the glass and drew a foul on Cavassier McCauley. Second on McCauley, second on the Splitters, and Reese Anderson with hustle play earns himself 2 free throws. Anderson, 2 points on the day, first free throws for him. First one's on the way and rattles home. 48-42, Splitters by 6 with 12:15 to play in the second half. One more free throw for Reese Anderson. Bends the knees, floats it up, and shorts it off the front of the rim. McCauley stands high for the rebound over top of the SAC logo, and the Rail Splitters bring it left to right with a 6-point lead in hand. 10-3 run for LMU over the last 3 minutes. Taylor gliding to the rim. Floats one in with the right hand off the window. Taylor with 13 points to lead all scorers. Eagles down by 8. They bring it front court with 11:52 to play in the second half. Bates at the head of the key. A whistle and a foul away from the basketball. I think McCauley with a hand check, and that is the case. McCauley's third, team's third, and another break in the action. 11:50 to play second half. Lincoln Memorial 50, Carson-Newman 42. Rail Splitters outscoring the Eagles 16-13 in the second half. We're back to hold after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
I joined the Guard for the simple fact that I could be home but also in the military. So I can have a civilian job and also in the military. I would tell somebody who's trying to join the Guard and thinking about it that it's a great opportunity for school, training, discipline, leadership. There's a lot of opportunities. It broadens your perspective.
Next, 278-ACR to 70000 to join the Tennessee Army National Guard.
11:50 to go in the second half. It's a 50-42 lead for Lincoln Memorial over Carson-Newman. Rail Splitters outscoring the Eagles by 3 after halftime, after the Splitters took a 5-point lead into the halftime locker room. It's been a 10-3 run, though, for LMU after the Eagles grabbed a 1-point lead at 39-38. Eagles with it front court. Bates, turn around, right-hand hook shot, drops in from 4 feet out in front of the rim. Brings C in within 6, and then Reese Anderson fouls Cornelius Taylor in the backcourt. Third personal on Anderson, third on the Eagles this period. 11:36 to play, second half, 50-44. LMU by 6. Rail Splitters working it from left to right. Cornelius Taylor runs the show for LMU to the left wing. Picked up by Reese Anderson, man-to-man. Give and go with Calhoun down the left side of the lane. Calhoun, tough, leaner, won't fall. In part aided by the fact that he was fouled by Brendan Coleman. First on Coleman, fourth on the Eagles, and this will send Cam Calhoun to the line. Eagles have played really tight defense on him, and Cam Calhoun so far held off the scoreboard. But Calhoun, a 74% free throw shooter, likely to get on it with free throws here. Calhoun, right-hander, flicks the first one up, bends off to the left side, no good. 11:23 to play second half. At best, Calhoun can make this a 7-point game at the line. Calhoun flips it up and shorts it off the front of the rim. Bates the rebound. So Cam Calhoun still scoreless. The guy who's led LMU in scoring these past 5 games. Eagles with it on the offensive end. Down by 6 with 11:10 to play in the second half. Anderson finds Bates at the top of the key. Bates, left hand dribbles into the paint, stops, pivots, right hand hook shot, short off the front iron. Anderson got a paw on the board, but he tipped it to McCauley, and LMU gets on the break. McCauley down the middle of the lane, walked, no call, but he turns it over. Ball finds Grant Teichman. Eagles fly up the floor. Bates in the middle of the lane, to the rack. Bates with the right hand, rips it in off the window. Mason Bates pulls Carson-Newman within 4. Back-to-back buckets for CN. Eagles down 50-46 with 10:37 to play in the second half. LMU front court. Taylor twirling around in the middle of the lane, and he draws a foul on Reese Anderson. It's a 5th on the Eagles' most athletic player. Pardon me, a 4th on the Eagles' most athletic player, and a 5th on the team. Reese Anderson has been used very well today as a defensive stopper. He's got 4 fouls on him now. Shot clock resets to 20, and Julius Brown will inbound from out of bounds on the right side of the baseline. Malik Abraham checks back in for the Eagles to replace Anderson, while Rondi Hackett swaps in for Cam Calhoun. Calhoun, 6 consecutive double-figure scoring efforts for the Rail Splitters. Scoreless here today, including 3 20-point games in the last 4. Rail Splitters get Cornelius Taylor open for a 3 around the screen right corner, but he misses it off the front iron, and Teichman grabs the rebound for the Eagles. See, moves it right to left. Bates right corner, open 3, can't cash it in. Coleman had the rebound in his hands in the middle of the lane, but lost it to Taylor. Taylor, speedy, down the right side of the lane, dishes Dowling, right corner, wide open 3, cans it. Alex Dowling is 3 of 5 from range. He's got 9, and the Splitters lead by 7. 53-46 at the 10-minute mark, second half. Eagles settle into the half court. Coleman head of the key, launches a three, missed it, follows his own shot, can't get the tip. Bates' second chance grabs the rebound, third chance, pardon me. Eagles around to the right wing. Teichman, broken play, open three, knocked down. Mason Bates, the hustle to grab the board. Grant Teichman, the flourish with the finish from the right wing. And CN will not go away. Josh Schertz calls for time. 9:50 to play in the second half. Eagles down 53-49 to Lincoln Memorial as Josh Schertz burns a full timeout. Check that. Josh Schertz burns a 30-second timeout. Hey fans, serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, they are your East Tennessee electrical contracting source. It is a 7-3 scoring spurt for Carson-Newman over the last 2 minutes to pull within 4. Blake Harris, he is one of my favorite officials, the only guy in the league to turn to the radio crew and say, hey, are you guys good on medias? Fantastic, fantastic crew. What a guy. All right, LMU ball after the Eagles have trimmed it to 4. Splitters go down low to Rondi Hackett. And Mason Bates ripped the ball away from him but got him on the body. Bates frustrated with himself as he picks up a third personal, a sixth on the Eagles. 53-49. Rail Splitters by 4, and Hackett to the line where he shoots 58%. 7 points for Rondi Hackett. Does he get his 8th? Yes. Calmly sinks it. 9:37 to play second half. LMU up 54-49. Trying to make it a 6-point lead. Hackett lifts it up, bends off to the right side, and Clayton all alone grabs the board for the Eagles' right block. 5-point game in favor of LMU with 9:30 to play in the second half. Irvin, right wing, goes to Clayton, head of the key, swings around to Nick Rogers into the game for the first time, left wing. Back to the head of the key, Teichman finds Irvin, right wing. Irvin looks inside, nothing there, lobs to Bates, top of the key. Bates dials up a 3, can't convert. Teichman scraps for the offensive rebound, second chance Eagles. Irvin, right wing, catch and shoot 3. Bullseye! Blake Irvin with 6 points. Eagles are down by 2. 54-52 with 9 minutes to play in the second half. Rail Splitters slowly work at front court. Taylor, right wing. He jacks up a 3 and converts. Chris Clayton a smidge late getting out with the high hand, and Taylor made him pay. He's got 16 points to lead all scorers. 57-52, LMU the lead with 8:40 to play second half. Eagles with it front court. Teichman down to Clayton, middle of the lane. Turns, right hand hook, shot over top of Hackett. Won't bend in off the front of the rim. Taylor the rebound for LMU, his 5th. Rail Splitters bring it front court. Taylor, high-low lob to Hackett. Teichman from behind deflects it, but got Hackett with the body. And Teichman charged for his second personal, the team's 7th. Good overplay defense from Grant Teichman. Got the ball clean, but he got Hackett with the leg sweep. So more free throws for Rondi Hackett. Hackett for a 1-and-1 situation. Floats the first one up with the left hand and rattles it in. Hackett with 9 points. Rail Splitters up 58-52 with 8:24 to play in the second half. Rail Splitters second in the league in the standings. Eagles tied for 8th. Second free throw. Hackett calmly sinks that one. Got 9 points. 10 points. Second Splitter into double figures. Eagles down 7, need an answer. Bates, left corner. Drives, dishes Rogers back in the left corner. Rogers cuts into the lane, stops, fades over top of Taylor, and rattles one in from 6 feet out. First points for Nick Rogers. Eagles cut it to 5, 59-54, with 8:03 to play in the second half. LMU works it from left to right. Taylor, right wing, guarded by Blake Irvin. Left around a Hackett screen. Taylor backs it out to the hash mark right side. Clayton on him man-to-man. Taylor has the speed advantage, gets into the lane, tosses up a 10-foot teardrop, and hits it all nylon. Cornelius Taylor taking over. He has 18. Splitters by 7, 61-54 with 7:39 to play in the second half. Eagles the other way. Bates has straight on 3 from the head of the key. Wide open, and he drained it. Mason Bates has 12 points to lead the Eagles, and CN still punching back. Eagles down by 4 with 7:24 to play in the second half. Rail Splitters with it front court. Taylor, step back 3 from the right wing. Missed it. Heat check won't go down. Teichman taps the rebound to Bates, who races up the right sideline for CN. And Bates fouled on his way down the right side of the lane by Cam Henry. So Cam Henry called for his second, team's fourth, and that brings us to a break in the action. 7:11 to play in the second half. Carson-Newman continues to hang around. Eagles down 61-57 to Lincoln Memorial. We're back to Holt Fieldhouse after these messages. This is the Eagle Sports Network.
How do you show your support for Carson-Newman? Head over to shopseeandeagles.com right now, where they have all of your needs covered. From clothing to outfitting your tailgate party, whether you're hunting, fishing, or on the golf course, shopseeandeagles.com is the place for you. All of your everyday essentials, from pens to phone chargers, are in one place. For the best gear in the business, visit shopseeandeagles.com today.
Okay, let's see. Carson-Newman University. It's been around since 1851. A beautiful campus, amazing student life, world-class accredited academics, competitive athletic programs, a Christian perspective, a top 10 best value school. They give $48 million in financial aid every year, and I get a free scholarship when I enroll. Looks like I've found the perfect place.
Been a back and forth second half. Carson-Newman grabbed a 1-point lead at 39-38, then went 2.5 minutes without scoring while the Rail Splitters went on a 10-2 run. Sands made some inroads into that most recent deficit, and they're down by 4 with a chance to make it a one-possession game with 7:06 to play in the second half. Clayton has it foul line for the Eagles. Handoff Irvin, head of the key, straight on 3, missed it. Clayton rises up, grabs the offensive board, second chance. Rogers, left wing 3, swirls it in! Eagles are down by 1! Nick Rogers has 5. CN trails 61-60 with 6:45 to play in the second half. It's a 6-0 spurt for CN. Rail Splitters with it front court. Henry, left wing with the basketball. A between the legs dribble on Chris Clayton. Henry goes to the rim, drops it off, right block, deflected. Henry gathers it back in and flips it in off the window. Cam Henry with 9 points. Splitters by 3. 63-60 with 6:20 to play in the second half. Eagles get it front court. Teichman, right wing with the basketball. Finds Clayton head of the key. Clayton wants a 3. Drops it in! Chris Clayton, who's matched his career high. He's got 13, and we are tied at 63. 6:02 to play in the second half. CN and LMU starting to catch fire offensively. Dolling a 3 head of the key. Missed it off the front of the rim. Rebound batted around. Hackett comes away with it. He tried to tap it in and gets fouled. Chris Clayton landed awkwardly and gets charged with his first personal. The 8th on the Eagles. So it sends Hackett to the line for 2 freebies. Hackett 3 of 4 at the stripe on the day, a 58% shooter at the line on the season. Trying to break this 63-all tie with 5:53 to play in the second half. LMU led 34-29 at the break. The Eagles have outscored LMU 34-29 in the second half. Hackett calmly knocks down the first free throw. He's got 11. One more free throw for Rondi Hackett. Gets the ball from the official. Puts it behind his shoulders, now brings it to the waist and shoots it with the left hand and calmly sinks it. Hackett with 12. That's a guy who came in averaging 5.3 a game. Granted, he did have 14. Last time out in the Splitters went over Coker. 65-63, LMU by 2 with 5:53 to play in the second half. Eagles in dire need of a win, just 1 in their last 5. trying to put a stop to a 5-game losing streak to the Rail Splitters. Irvin with it left of the lane. Shovel pass to Bates. He cuts down to the left block. Bates back to the basket working on Dahling man-to-man. Fakes left, spins right, kicks Irvin right wing. Wide open three. Knocks it down! Eagles have the lead! 66-65. Bates the body work down low. Irvin the finish from the right wing. Seeing by a point with 5:22 to play second half. LMU with it front court. Left corner three off the mark from Henry. Bates the board middle of the lane. And Cian works it left to right. 66-65. Eagles by a point with 5:10 to play second half. Rogers, right wing. Sends it to Teichman, left wing. Picked up man-to-man by Taylor. Teichman right around the screen, head of the key. Skips it into the right corner. Nick Rogers, follow-away three. Rattles it home! And the Eagles have their biggest lead of the night at 4. 69-65. Josh Schertz calls for time. 4:55 to play in the second half. It's a 6-0 run for CN. Eagles on a 12-4 flourish over the last 2.5 minutes. Can they keep it up? Eagles are 14 of 28 from long range. That's why they're in front right now with 4:55 to play in the second half. Up 69-65 on LMU. Hey Eagle fans, InterDigital strives to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app and film production services. InterDigital, they are laser focused on your success. Irvin, Clayton, Teichman, Bates, Rogers on the floor for the Eagles. Taylor, Henry, Calhoun, McCauley, and Dahling for LMU. Splitters down by 4, biggest deficit they've faced today. Dahling, head of the key, floats it to Taylor, right wing. He fires up a triple. In and out, no good. Calhoun, an offensive rebound, and he flips it in off the window. Shows the muscles to the Carson-Newman student section after Calhoun, who'd been held scoreless for the first 29 minutes on the floor, brings LMU within 2. 69-67 Eagles with 4:25 to play in the second half. Eagles with it front court. Bates, head of the key, a bounce over to Clayton, left wing. Back to Bates, top of the key. Bates, left-hand dribbles down the left side of the lane, gets into a defender and gets fouled. Mason Bates will head the line after the personal on Cavassier McCauley. His 4th and the team's 5th. Both teams much better offensive efforts in the second half. Eagles 9 of 16 from long range. LMU 11 of 22 from the field. Both teams shooting 50% from the field after halftime. Bates to the stripe. First free throw's on the way and in. Bates with 13. Tied with Chris Clayton for the team high. One more free throw for Mason Bates. Chance to stretch the lead back to 4. Flips it up, flips it in. 71-67. Eagles by 2 with 4:13 to play in the second half. Taylor over the timeline, center court for the Rail Splitters. Dribbles down the left side of the lane, dishes left corner, wide open three, snaps the cords. Cavassier McCauley. McCauley 2 of 3 from long range, he has 8. Rail Splitters down by 1, 71-70 with 3:57 to play in the second half. Eagles get it front court. Teichman, right point. Left around a Clayton screen. Teichman hands off Rogers, head of the key. 13 to shoot. Rogers, right hand motion to get a screen from Clayton. Rogers doesn't take it, feeds Bates right corner, airballs a 3. Dahling the rebound, tied up with Blake Irvin, but Irvin got him on the hands and will get called for a foul. It's Blake Irvin's 2nd and the team's 9th, and that brings us to a break in the action. 3:38 to play in the second half. Carson-Newman 71, LMU 70. Splitters at the stripe, shooting free throws when we come back after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
I'd rather be golfing. Floating in a pool doesn't sound too bad. I'm grilling. I'd even rather change a flat tire. These are all things I would rather be doing right now than blowing insulation into my attic. But hey, I'm almost finished, and it'll help me save money on my electric bill. Money for my next round of golf. Save energy and money at togetherwesave.com.
Savings for Eagle fans just like you from AEC, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
3:38 to play in the second half, and we have a dandy between Carson-Newman and Lincoln Memorial. Eagles 71, Splitters 70. In a series that of late has been dominated by blowouts. In fact, of the last 13 meetings, all but one have been decided by no fewer than 12 points. That one was in here in Holt. It was a 111-109 OT win for the Eagles on a Malik Abraham game winner at the Horn. Alex Dolling is at the line for Lincoln Memorial, shooting 1-1. Front end is up and in. Now 9 of 11 at the line on the year is Alex Dolling. We're tied at 71. Dolling spins the ball into his left hand, shoots it with his right, and converts. LMU has retaken the lead, 72-71, with 3:37 to play in the second half. Eagles in need of some answer points here. Teichman between the rings, hounded by Cornelius Taylor. Teichman finds Irvin right wing. Irvin looks inside, nothing there, feeds Bates head of the key. Bates into the high post, Teichman. Cuts, stumbles, passes out Rogers left wing, back to Teichman in the left corner. 10 to shoot. Teichman dribbles head of the key, guarded by Calhoun. Down the left side of the lane, 5 to shoot. Feeds Rogers right wing, heaves up a 3. Missed it short off the front iron. Calhoun the rebound, left block, and LMU will pump the brakes. Cornelius Taylor walks it across the timeline with his team up 72-71. Hope Fieldhouse comes to life. Taylor motions with his left hand on the left wing. Dribbles against Nick Rogers to the right elbow. Gets down to the right block. High arcing shot off the window. Won't go down off the front iron. Clayton seizes the rebound for the Eagles. And Cian moves it right to left with 2:43 to play, down 1. Bates to the rim. Shovels it up with the right hand. Won't go. He's called for a charge. I think it was McCauley that set up to draw the charge. It's a 4th personal on Bates, a 10th on the Eagles. Player control foul goes down for Carson-Newman's first turnover of the half. 2:40 to play, second stanza. 72-71, Lincoln Memorial the lead. Eagles were up by 4, 69-65, 2:20 ago. Since then, a little 7-2 flourish for LMU. Rail Splitters look to extend the lead on this possession with 2:27 to play in the second half. Henry down to the right block. Shot up. It's erased by Clayton. Clayton with the right-hand fly swatter blocks it out of bounds. Stays with LMU with 13 to shoot. 8th block of the game for the Eagles. McCauley will trigger from the right baseline. As LMU trying to get sorted who they want to take the inbounds. Comes into Dolling in the right corner. Anderson sticks to him man-to-man. 9 to shoot. Taylor between the rings, 7 and 6. Taylor lobs right point for Calhoun. Calhoun spins in the paint. Uses an up and under move on Clayton. Missed it. Rebound batted around. Shot clock expires. Shot clock violation. Carson-Newman basketball. The ball hit the rim after it bounced off the floor. Didn't count as a shot. Hence the shot clock didn't reset. Eagle ball. 2:05 without points for Carson-Newman. They could use a bucket here with 2:09 to play. Trailing 72-71 to LMU. Eagles have gotten a couple stops, but they need a score here. Teichman, head of the key. Finds Bates at the right elbow. Bates back to Teichman, left wing. Dribbles to the foul line, feeds Bates, right wing. 3, well strong. Rebound pings to the head of the key. Irvin grabs it. Shot clock reset. Officials stop it. And the shot clock should be put at about 13, give or take. They say 14 on the clock. Ball kind of glanced off the left side of the backboard and came very close to hitting the rim. Officials on top of that one. Bates inbounds. Looks right and finds Irvin in the right corner. Irvin, man-to-man on Dowling. Behind the back dribble to the right block. Feathers up a shot from 6. Won't go down. Off the right iron. Calhoun the rebound. 100 seconds left. LMU 72. Eagles 71. Cians missed 4 straight. Taylor, right wing. A 3. In and out, no good. Clayton the board, right baseline. Eagles work it right to left. Down by a point. 90 seconds left. Teichman to the rim. Teichman gets into Calhoun and loses it out of bounds. Calhoun the block, but it stays with the Eagles with 87 seconds left. Cian has missed 5 in a row. Eagles haven't scored in 2:47. LMU hasn't scored in 2:11. 72-71 splitters. Eagles go between the rings to Grant Teichman. He sets Cian up in the half court. Teichman looks inside, nothing there. Skips it to the head of the key for Irvin. 13 on the shot clock. Irvin, a bounce right of the paint. Clayton back to the basket. Clayton lobs out to Irvin, left wing. 7 to shoot. 6, 5. Irvin creates space. Kicks. Left corner. Bates, a drive. 2 to shoot. Bates lobs it up and draws a blocking foul on Cam Calhoun. Calhoun's not set. And Bates fortuitous there. Nearly picked up his 5th if it had been a charge. Instead, it's a 1st on Cam Calhoun and a 6th on the splitters. Both teams in the bonus the rest of the way. Bates the line, trying to give the Eagles the lead with 64 seconds left. Bates will shoot 2. His 14 points leads Carson-Newman. Bates, first free throw's on the way, and he's tied it at 72. 4th tie. Can he produce the 7th lead change? Bates, 64 seconds left, looking to give the Eagles the lead. And he does. 73-72, Eagles by a point on the number 2 team in the league with 64 seconds left. Taylor will pick up the ball at the timeline and get LMU into the front court. Calhoun down the middle of the lane, shots up, it's blocked by Clayton. Teichman grabs it. Eagles can make it a 3-point game with 52 seconds left. Teichman out on the perimeter, hounded by Calhoun. Spins around to the left wing. Teichman, 18 to shoot, 44 to play. Teichman, right-hand dribbles, finds Bates right wing. Bates curls down the middle of the lane, stumbling. He draws a blocking foul. Cam Calhoun was shuffling his feet and picks up his 2nd personal. The team's 7th. 2 free throws for Mason Bates with 38.5 seconds left. Bates. Bends the knees. First free throw's on the way, rattling in. 74-72. Eagles by a pair. Bates tries to make it a 3-point game. Flips it up. Pure. Smooth as silk. 75-72. Eagles by 3. 38.5 seconds left. 8.5 second difference, shot clock to game clock. And Josh Schertz calls for time with 37.7 seconds left. Rail Splitters burn a full timeout, and LMU is out of timeouts. Well, this one has been fun. 75-72, Eagles lead. Carson-Newman trying to put a halt to LMU's 5-game winning streak in this series and win one here at home. Eagles, losers of back-to-back games here at Holt, trying to avoid a 3rd straight. and doing so, hopefully, against their arch rivals from Harrogate. Carson-Newman has made shots. They've had answer points and have been really good from long range. Eagles 14 of 31 from three-point land. And it's been consistent, heady play in the face of a rail splitter team that has won every game on that 5-game winning streak by at least 12 points and by an average of 29.6 a game. Rail splitter basketball. LMU will inbound with Cameron Henry from in front of the bench. Josh Schertz takes a swig of water, sets his bottle on the scorer's table as he watches the rail splitters inbound to Taylor, right wing. Taylor, a between the legs dribble on Blake Irvin, who sticks to him man-to-man. Taylor, left to the head of the key, contested three up, short front iron, rebound batted around, out of bounds. Who's it off of? Eagle ball. Last touched, I believe, by Cam Henry. Henry, Irvin, Bates, and McCauley all colliding. 27.1 seconds left. Eagles by 3, 75-72. Full court press on for LMU, trying to generate a turnover. Irvin looking to inbound, gets it into Bates, who's promptly fouled by Julius Brown. Into the game as Schertz subbed offense for defense. First personal on Brown, 8th on the rail splitters, and Mason Bates back to the line. What a weird way that this one is finished up. Eagles haven't hit a field goal in the last 4:22, and yet they've taken the lead thanks to free throws. LMU hasn't scored in the last 3:01. Bates to give Carson-Newman a 2-possession lead. The front end of the 1-and-1. Got it. 76-72. Eagles have matched their largest lead. Bates, second free throw. Knocked down. 77-72. Eagles with their biggest lead of the day at 5. Rail splitters get it front court. 20 seconds left. Taylor, right corner, hounded by Irvin. Taylor, step back, 3, high arcing, off the side of the backboard, and out of bounds off of Blake Irvin's noggin. Taylor, alert, leaped over his back and punched it off of Irvin's cranium into the Carson-Newman student section. Stays with LMU. A 6-0 run for the Eagles. Sean's up 77-72 with 13.5 seconds left. Blake Irvin cramping up. And Irvin saying, let me stay in the game. Chuck Benson going to call for time. What a gutty move there by Blake Irvin. He cramps up, says, no, let me stay in this game. You have to think he wants to atone a little bit. Saturday, it was Irvin who traveled with 7 seconds left against Wingate. A turnover that gave the Bulldogs a chance to win it at the Horn, which Wingate did. Chuck Benson calls a 30-second timeout. He's got a full left so that Irvin can deal with his cramp and potentially stay in. 77-72, Carson-Newman by 5 with 13.5 seconds left. Eagles haven't hit a shot in the last 4:46 of this game, but they're on a 6-0 run, all at the charity stripe. Meanwhile, they've kept LMU off the scoreboard for the last 3:25. Taylor will inbound from the right baseline. Holt Fieldhouse comes to a frenzy. Taylor looking, triggers in Darling, right corner, open for a fadeaway 3, and he connects. 77-75, LMU, great play to get Darling open. Eagles trigger into Bates in the backcourt. Bates stripped, gathers it in, clock runs. Now Bates is fouled with 7.6 seconds left. 77-75, Eagles by 2, 7.6 seconds left. Alex Darling, a fadeaway 3 on a well-designed play, wide open in the right corner to pull LMU within 2. And the Eagles turn back to Bates at the charity stripe. Bates bounces the ball 3 times, bends the knees. The first free throw's up and in. 3-point game, 78-75. Bates will try to make it a 4-point edge and a 2-possession game. Foul, by the way, was on Taylor, his first and the team's 9th. Bates, the second free throw. Icy, got it. 79-75, Eagles by 4. 6 seconds left. LMU front court. Taylor, NBA range 3, left wing. Back iron, no. Rebound 3. Grabbed by Teichman. Buzzer. Ball game. Eagles win. Carson-Newman stands up next to a mountain. And the Eagles chop it down with the edge of their hand. Final score inside a Holt. Carson-Newman, 75. Lincoln Memorial down by 4. Eagles get the job done inside a Holt Fieldhouse. 79-75 over their arch rivals from the north in a win that couldn't come at a more perfect time for the Eagles. Carson-Newman's student section onto the floor to celebrate with the team in the handshake line. Eagles victorious over the Rail Splitters, 79-75. Carson-Newman's 5-game losing streak to LMU is no more. The Rail Splitters will not set a new series-long winning streak against Carson-Newman tonight. Who would have thought that Carson-Newman would not make a shot over the final 5 minutes of the game, but the Eagles win it at the stripe. Mason Bates, an unconscious 10 of 10 effort at the line to power Carson-Newman down the stretch to a 79-75 win over Lincoln Memorial. Domino's post-game reports up next. We're back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Grab a slice. Our coverage of CN Hoops continues with the Domino's postgame report on the Eagles Sports Network.
Since 1916, a lot of independent agents have recommended auto owner's insurance, and a lot of parents have taken that recommendation to heart. So have a lot of their children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren. As we celebrate our first 100 years, Auto Owners Insurance thanks all those who have put their trust in us, and all the generations who will.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City has deals for Carson-Newman students. Bring in your valid student ID when you order for pickup or delivery, and Domino's in Jefferson City will give you a steaming hot large one-topping pizza for $4.99. That's a large one-topping pizza for Carson-Newman students for $4.99 at Domino's in Jeff City. Call 865-471-6700 to order. That's 865-471-6700. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
This is the Domino's postgame report on the Eagles Sports Network. Stats, a conversation with Chuck Benson, and player interviews are all headed your way. The Domino's postgame report is brought to you in part by Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Carson-Newman basketball is brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative, your local Touchstone Energy cooperative, always looking out for you. By the Eagle Club, the family of Eagles. By Coke Zero Sugar, great Coke taste, still zero sugar. By Magaha Electric, providing quality electrical services and products to East Tennessee for more than 40 years. By InterDigital, IT support and marketing laser focused on your success. By the Bible Insurance Agency, the agency that's service built. By the Carson-Newman Chick-fil-A. Jefferson City eats more chicken. By Lisa's Country Kitchen, the best food for the best prices. By the Kate Insurance Agency, insuring your future since 1959. By the Tennessee National Guard, a generation of volunteers. And by ShopCNEagles.com, the official online store of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Bucks out! Let's go, go, go!
Now, back to the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
We welcome you back inside of Holt Fieldhouse, where Carson-Newman prevails 79-75 over Lincoln Memorial in a dandy. And the hero of the day, none other than Mason Bates. Bates, a flawless 10 of 10 at the charity stripe on the day for the Eagles. He goes 8 for 8 in the final 64 seconds and hits all 10 of his free throws in the final 5 minutes. When Carson-Newman, mind you, did not score a field goal. But it's Mason Bates who goes 10 of 10 at the charity stripe to give Carson-Newman the win as the Eagles utilize all those free throws to get a 4-point win over LMU. It snaps a 5-game losing streak at the hands of the Rail Splitters and gets Carson-Newman its first win in the series since that 111-109 overtime instant classic here in Holt. This one keyed by Carson-Newman's three-point shooting. Eagles 14 of 31 from long range, highly efficient against an LMU team that is one of the best at defending the three-point stripe. Opponents shooting just 33% from long range on the Rail Splitters this year. But tonight, the Eagles go 14 of 31, second most threes that Carson-Newman has hit in a game this season. And the Eagles do just enough with a north-south attack, especially Mason Bates driving to get to the rim, get to the line, get fouled. And Bates with 22 points, including 10 in the final 5 minutes, all at the free throw line to get the Eagles a 79-75 win over the Lincoln Memorial Rail Splitters. Eagles did it with defense. Carson-Newman limits LMU to 38.8% shooting. It's LMU's worst shooting effort against Carson-Newman since that South Atlantic Conference title game in the 2015 campaign. Every other game, LMU just hasn't been able to miss. But tonight, Carson-Newman limits the Splitters to 38.8% shooting from the field and hampers LMU into some inefficient performances all the way around. The one guy that wasn't affected, Alex Dahling, 14 points for the sniper. He goes 4 of 7 from long range. But Cornelius Taylor, in his second game back from injury, 18 points, 3 of 12 from the field. He was 7 of 22 from the field in general. Rondi Hackett had a nice game for LMU, 12 points on 3 of 3 shooting, did the bulk of his damage at the free throw line. But guys like Cam Calhoun, he had 6 consecutive double-digit scoring efforts, had led Lincoln Memorial in scoring these last 5 games when Cornelius Taylor had been hurt. And the Eagles completely kept him in check. Calhoun, just 2 points on 1 of 6 shooting. Granted, Calhoun was beastly on the boards. He had 10 rebounds. Carson-Newman made it really difficult for Lincoln Memorial to share the ball. Just 10 assists for the Rail Splitters on 26 made baskets. That was an LMU team that came in averaging 17.2 assists per game. Meanwhile, Carson-Newman, 22 assists. Eagles with a third consecutive game with at least 20 assists as the Eagles stave off the Splitters 79-75. And again, all of this in spite of Carson-Newman not hitting a field goal over the final 5 minutes of the game. But it doesn't matter. Eagles win 79-75 over Lincoln Memorial to stop a 5-game losing streak to the LMU Rail Splitters. This is the Domino's postgame report. I'm Adam Cavalier alongside Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. Chuck, we'll ask that question that we always ask after tight ones. How's your heart?
Ironically, it was good. I was so cold today. I told you I was chilled to the bone, so I never broke a sweat. Now the guys on their hand were really locked in, tuned in. Thought this was by far the most complete game we've played this year, and we needed it at this time. I can't say enough about both teams, the competitiveness. This was one of those kind of games that we've seen before. Mm-hmm. Maybe not in the recent past, right, but we've seen these kind of games in this rivalry that really everybody, the teams, the fans, everybody enjoys.
You look at this one, really weird how it finishes. Yeah. If I were to tell you, hey, you're not going to make a field goal over the final 5 minutes of this game, you probably think you're headed for a loss. Right. But Mason Bates, 10 of 10 at the line in the final 5 minutes, including 8 for 8 in the final 64 seconds. Yeah. What did you do to get to the free throw line as frequently as you did to win this game at the stripe? You know,
there was a stretch there, it was in that 3-4 minute range when we brought Nick Rogers in, and we had a couple two or three threes real quick and built a small lead, and that lead sort of put the pressure back on LMU defensively, and we kept on being aggressive, and that's how Mason got the line. I mean, we had a little bit of a lead. He was very much north-south attack oriented, and between those drives and then them having to foul, to try to get possession, it just gave us the edge.
Best defensive game you played against LMU probably since the South Atlantic Conference title game in 2015. You limit LMU to 38.8% shooting. Both defenses were pressuring one another all night long. Yeah. What did you do to bother LMU into an off-shooting night?
Well, we've been really trying to put extra time in the practice environment on our D, and we felt like that it seems like this team has struggled at times to score this year, and not necessarily that you want to control that, but that's a hard thing to control. But we knew our defense was something we could lock in and have a greater sense of control over, and so our kids were really committed to that. And I thought today, man, I really thought they put together a pretty complete 40 minutes. I mean, we lost some assignments, which was always going to happen, but all in all, I mean, on a scale of 1 to 10, this was a 9 for us defensively in my mind.
A second half, too, where you take some punches, fall behind it by 7 and 8 at times, but you always had answer points. Yeah. What generated those moments?
Well, I think it was more about our guys' poise and mentality. This has been a learning kind of season for us, and I felt like tonight some guys. I told the guys after the game that so many guys had little segments of time where they were big. I thought Chris Clayton played the most complete game he's played here. Mm-hmm. I thought Brendan Coleman gave us some quality minutes. I felt like that Blake Irvin stepped up and was more aggressive and reliable today. And I thought Nick didn't really get to play in the first half because we were sort of concerned about his defense, but he came in there and really knocked down some key shots for us under duress and pressure. So I felt like that these our guys' mindset and resiliency and poise was very much on display today, and that's what allowed us to, when we were punched, we punched back.
Given what has happened this past week, you took one on the chin Monday to Johnson, or last Monday to Johnson C. Smith, when the Golden Bulls just couldn't miss in the second half. You lose in the last second to Wingate. How emotional, how meaningful is this win?
Well, I mean, we're not even talking about wins and losses, as crazy as that sounds. Mm-hmm. I mean, I've been telling you that throughout the year that we've been sort of focused on learning.
Let me rephrase then. How emotional is it for a consistent performance to deliver the intended result?
Incredibly important. Incredibly big. I think our guys the loss with John C. Smith had its own feeling and flavor because of their shot making, and then the heartbreaking loss to Wingate was just demoralizing. And I told you I thought our guys would be resilient and bounce back, and they did. I liked their attitude. I've liked our attitude throughout this entire year. We've never had a unity, chemistry, finger-pointing kind of situation. We've just been sort of evolving, and I kept on telling them, like, you know, I think that this team has a lot that it can accomplish when we start to be a more veteran, seasoned kind of team. And I thought today, now, Kev, this may not apply tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I thought today we looked and functioned like a well-oiled machine for the most part.
Turn your attention to your first road game in 4. Head to Lenore Ryan on Saturday. Everett Sullivan has the Bears playing high-level basketball. You talk about consistency. How do you carry over? I think it was after the Newberry game. Grant Teichman said we have to build on success. How do you have to build on success from this contest?
Well, I mean, it's very, very easy on so many levels. We come back. I told him to really enjoy this and reflect on this evening, be in class in the morning, and we get back to practice tomorrow and focus on our next opponent and really less on our next opponent and more on us learning what it means and what you have to do to win games, to give yourself a chance to win. And that was just, I thought you saw it today. Our guys were controlling the things that they could control, and it gave them a chance to win. It doesn't guarantee we gave them a chance, and then, you know, we were able to finalize it.
Chuck, pleasure as always. Congrats on a massive W here in Holt.
Great. Thanks, Kev.
That is Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. We'll roll on in the Domino's postgame report. Check in with Mason Bates and Chris Clayton. That's headed your way next after these messages on the Eagle Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Best tailgate? It's gotta be burgers. And an ice cold Coke.
Real football y pollo asado.
Hoops and wings. Dude, subs.
Nah, hot dog.
No, Dodger dog.
I'll drink to that. Pass me a Coke. It's gotta be crawfish.
Mac and cheese. No. 7-layer dip. Ribs. No contest.
Hummus.
What?
You need a hot grill.
An ice cold Coke.
Of course.
Football and Coke. Come on.
It's got to be Coke.
Game day? Race day.
Calls for Coke.
You know it.
It's Tailgate 101.
Miss out on tonight's postgame interviews? Check cneagles.com for stats, recaps, and videos from tonight's games. We close out the Domino's postgame report in 60 seconds on the Eagle Sports Network.
I joined the Guard for the simple fact that I could be home, but also in the military. So I can have a civilian job and also in the military. Final! I would tell somebody who's trying to join the Guard and thinking about it that it's a great opportunities for school, training, discipline, leadership. There's a lot of opportunities. They broadens your perspective.
Next, 278-ACR to 70000 to join the Tennessee Army National Guard. At the Cate Insurance Agency, our focus is you. The Cate Insurance Agency offers personalized protection plans to cover your auto, home, business, or life and health. At Cate Insurance, our goal is to partner with you in determining your insurance needs and to provide the best customer service. At Cate Insurance, we believe that loyalty is a quality that is earned. You are important to us. Call 865-475-3391 for a quote today or visit CateInsuranceAgency.com.
Back courtside at Holt Fieldhouse as Carson-Newman prevails over Lincoln Memorial in an instant classic, 79-75. I'm Adam Cavalier alongside freshman forward Chris Clayton. Chris, congratulations. You match your career high today, 13 points, 5 rebounds, including a new career mark from beyond the arc, 3 of 6 from long range. What keyed your efforts on a big-time stage tonight?
Just making the right reads on, just screens and, how my defenders guarding me and stuff. It's just mainly that, just making the right reads.
You were 2 for 6 from beyond the arc coming into this game. What does it say about the confidence to go up there and make 3 of 6 from long range. These were set plays for you to shoot threes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was just going off the screen. Coach told me to pop, and you miss every shot you don't take. Like you've heard that saying many times. So I was just thinking about that, just thinking about pulling when I'm wide open and making the right play.
What about this team's defensive effort, especially down the stretch? Lincoln Memorial finishes 1 of 8 from the field in the final 4 minutes. What did you guys do, and really throughout the night, to clamp down defensively and limit the good looks that they had?
Just recognizing, like who were you guarding, just making sure that their main players weren't getting the shots they wanted. And, I believe I had 3 blocks, I feel like that was a big part too. When they got inside, I was trying to protect the rim and just, all that.
Yeah, 8 blocks, that's a season high for the team. You had 3 of them. What was it about your guys' presence at the rim that thwarted stuff down low?
I mean, we were just anticipating, shot attempts and going after it when we saw it go up, and I feel like that was the main thing, just going after it and staying down on fakes and then going up to go get it. So, yeah.
First time on the road in feels like ages. You played the last 4 inside of Holt, head to Lenore-Rhine on Saturday. What do you have to do to build on some success and win back-to-back games for the first time since December?
Just remember this win right here, like this was a huge win, and just doing everything that we did in this game, like effort-wise, and just, again, recognizing who's who and all of that, just bringing it to that game and just making sure their main players don't get the plays they want, and just all of that, just making sure of that.
Chris, thanks for the time. Congrats on the win and matching your career high.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
That is freshman forward Chris Clayton. Time now for our AEC electrifying play of the game, and it comes from Blake Irvin and Mason Bates.
McCauley, and LMU gets on the break. McCauley down the middle of the lane, walked, no call, but he turns it over. Ball finds Grant Teichman. Eagles fly up the floor. Bates in the middle of the lane. To the rack. Bates with the right hand. Rips it in off the window. Mason Bates pulls Carson-Newman within 4. Back-to-back buckets for CN. Eagles down 50-46 with 10:37 to play in the second half.
So that exchange is our AEC electrifying play of the game. AEC, make the right call for energy efficiency and score big savings today. Contact AEC. They are your trusted energy partner. AEC, powering the Carson-Newman Eagles, Mossy Creek, and your life. AEC, after all, you're not just a utility customer. You are a co-op member. So Carson-Newman gets the job done over the Lincoln Memorial Rail Splitters, 79-75. Mason Bates paced Carson-Newman with 22 points, including 10 of 10 from the free throw line. That was all in the final 5 minutes. Chris Clayton added in that 13, and then you had a bunch of guys right on the cusp. Blake Irvin, Grant Teichman, Malik Abraham, Parker Olay, and Nick Rogers, all with at least 7. So you have 5 guys outside of Bates and Chris Clayton that were a bucket away from getting into double figures. We roll on the Domino's postgame report. Adam Cavalier alongside sophomore guard Blake Irvin. Blake, what an effort. Lots of hustle all the way around from this unit today. You set a new career high for rebounds with 6. And out-rebound LMU in the second half. What was the mindset and effort to get on the glass?
Really just, I guess all season long, coach has been telling us to, if you can't box out your man, just go get the rebound. So that's really just what I did today. Just went and got it.
Break down the emotions of this one.
Man, it's a big win. We've been struggling to win some, so it just feels good to be the superior opponent.
For you, let's go back to Saturday.
Okay.
Turnover with 7 seconds left.
Mm-hmm.
Late here, you cramp up and want to stay out there. How meaningful was it that the timeout was called to let you kind of regather yourself and stay on the floor for the final seconds?
I mean, I really felt like my team needed me, but sadly I couldn't stay out there. But, I mean, I just wanted to be out there for my team to give us the best chance to win.
You look at this second half, LMU goes 1 for 8 down the stretch. What was the key defensively to cause that?
Really I think we switched everything late, so that kind of helped with, not getting mixed up in the role or whatever, but just trying to contain people and not letting them drive by us.
How do you build on the success of this one, heading to a very talented, a very tough LR team Saturday in a place where Carson-Newman hasn't always had the best shooting efforts in Shuford Memorial Gym?
Just come tomorrow ready to practice and just prepare good like Coach always does with us. So I think we'll be ready.
Blake, thanks for the time. Congrats on a scrappy
Thank you very
effort
much.
That is sophomore guard Blake Irvin. This is the Domino's postgame report. Eagle fans, Domino's is the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. So when you're hungry, reach for Domino's. Whether you're a student looking for a late-night snack or just out to eat with your coworkers, Domino's has a deal for you. Get a large one-topping pizza for $4.99 with your Carson-Newman ID, or get 25% off your entire order when you bring in your business card at lunch. Domino's, it is the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Well, we were going to go to Mason Bates.
Blake got a big head.
But he's complaining about the size of Blake Irvin's cranium.
Hits his hair.
The fro. Adam Cavalier alongside Mason Bates here on the Domino's postgame report. Mason, a performance that probably makes a significant other proud, especially down the stretch. 10 of 10 at the charity stripe in the final 5 minutes. What keyed that performance, especially late in the ice water, to go perfect down the stretch? 8 for 8 in the final 64 seconds.
I just want to give credit to our guys for putting a complete 40-minute game. I mean, I think that's our first one, and it couldn't come at a better time in the year against a better team with LMU. But free throws is just something that we work on as a team, and I've tried since last year to really be able to make my free throws and be that guy that can be the one to really try to, if we need it, be the one to step up and end the game like that. So just practice and repetition on it.
In the first meeting this year, you guys struggled to share the ball. Right? And against an LMU defense that, again, tonight, still really good, 22 assists on 25 made baskets. What enabled you to spread the ball around as effectively as you did today?
I think it's just credit to our guys for all the hard work we put in practice and the preparation, and then just the follow-through of what CB was telling us to do. So credit goes to Coach Benson for really putting us a great game plan together, and then the guys just following through for what we needed to do.
Final 5 minutes, if I were to tell you that, hey, Carson-Newman's not going to make a field goal, do you think a win adds up?
Probably not. No, I wouldn't think that. But, I mean, I thought our defense was very stingy today. Some of the best defense I think we've had possibly this year. And so when you're defending like that, your offense doesn't have to be as good.
Break that down. I think you're spot on, but LMU goes 1 of 8 in the final 4 minutes from the field. What keyed that defensive effort?
I think the guys really are just tired of losing, to be completely honest with you. Tired of losing, and so I think just guys playing super hard, and with LMU being a rivalry game and who they are and what they've stood for in the last years in this conference, I think it was just really we were trying to make a statement game out of this for how the rest of the season wants to go for us.
How gratifying is it that the execution pays off?
This is one of the best feelings I've had all year. Coming senior year, this wasn't how I expected to go, but just all the hard work and the execution we put in practice and stuff like that, just coming out here and being able to do it on the floor in the game time when the lights are on, it just feels great.
It certainly doesn't get any easier than this. You head to Lenore-Ryan on Saturday, and Shuford Memorial Gym has not been kind to Carson-Newman over the years. How do you build from the success of this game, knowing what's in front of you on Saturday?
Well, like you said, that gym I think is just tough to play in general. But we just got to, learn from this game, and really I think just be able to take what we did on the defensive end over there. And so just like I said, our offense might not be as good over there, but if we can really defend and rebound the ball, then I think we can maybe pull something out again.
All right, Mason, thanks for the time. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
That is senior combo guard forward Mason Bates. Eagles victorious tonight over the Lincoln Memorial Rail Splitters, 79-75. The Eagle Sports Network invites you to stop by the official restaurant of Carson-Newman Athletics. That's Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's serves the best home-cooked meals that the Lakeway region has to offer. Start your day with their $2.99 breakfast specials and finish it with one of Lisa's juicy, fresh, never frozen steaks. Eat at Lisa's after the game on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. Lisa's Country Kitchen, it is the official restaurant of the Carson-Newman Eagles. When you go to Lisa's, the thing that you got to do, you got to make sure you get yourself the Michael Wattrang. That's a triple order of French toast and a double order of omelet. That's the Michael Wattrang. Go in, request it by name. Triple order of French toast and a double order of omelet, plain, just cheese. So stop by Lisa's Country Kitchen, official restaurant of the Carson-Newman Eagles. One check of the ShopSeeingEagles.com South Atlantic Conference scoreboard before we wrap up for the day, and we'll begin with the lone non-conference game on the docket. Featured Mars Hill playing host to the Southern Wesleyan Warriors. Southern Wesleyan, a 2-win team. And yet they fight tooth and nail with an 8-11 Mars Hill team. Lions, though, victorious 77-70. The Lions paced by Justin Hartfield, who had 17 points. Off night for Justin Brooks, who was the Southeast region's leading scorer up until a few weeks ago. He had 12 points on 3 of 11 shooting. Anderson, the Trojans, on the road at the Tusculum Pioneers, and that one a dandy. Trojans win it 68-66 over Tusculum behind 17 points from Kevin Simpson and 16 points from Andrew Boynton. The Trojans took the lead on an and one from Sean Bernard off a Randall Shaw steal in the final 9 seconds. So Sean Bernard's and one gives the Trojans the 2-point win. Tusculum actually got fouled in the final 3 seconds. Went to the line for a 1-and-1. Tariq Jenkins missed the front end. He grabbed the rebound and then turned it over. And Tusculum loses 68-66 at home to the Anderson Trojans. Queens was playing host to the Lenore-Rhine Bears, and both Queens and potentially LMU looking ahead to Saturday. Royals on the road at LMU on Saturday, and they fall by 13, 92-79 to the Lenore-Rhine Bears. LR outshoots the Royals 52% to 48%. Sean Willett goes bonkers, 30 points, 9 rebounds, but all for naught thanks to a balanced scoring effort for LR. 5 guys finish in double figures. Emmanuel Wimby, a perfect 7 of 7 from the field. He has 16 points as Queens sees a 9-game home losing streak come to an end, a 13-point loss to the Lenore-Rhine Bears. So Queens had to be champing at the bit. The fact that LMU lost tonight and then couldn't get that 3-game lead atop the SAC standings thanks to the 13-point loss to the Bears. Wingate playing host to the Coker Cobras, just 1 win in the league for Coker, and they gave Wingate everything and then some. Wingate wins 69-63 over the Cobras. Marco Haskins hits free throws down the stretch to get Wingate the win in that one. And then the Catawba College Catawba Indians at home today against the Newberry Wolves. Catawba breaks out of a slump, gets a 100-85 win over the Wolves. Marcel Haskett goes bonkers, 35 points, 6 of 12 from beyond the arc, 14 of 22 from the field for Haskett for a season-high 35-point effort for the Indians. Newberry got 17 from Marshall Lang. That wraps it up for us here inside of Holt Fieldhouse as Carson-Newman prevails 79-75 over the Lincoln Memorial Rail Splitters. Eagles are back in action Saturday against the Lenore-Rhine Bears. Women's game is at 4 p.m. Women's game is at 2 p.m. The men's game is at 4 p.m. We're on the air for the day at 1:45 with the AEC countdown to tip-off. For John King back in the studio, I'm Adam Cavalier saying thanks for listening. Once again, the final score from Holt. Eagles win it 79-75 over the Lincoln Memorial Rail Splitters.